Hello everyone, my name is Danny. This review is for the movie called Getaway. There are a couple different movies called Getaway, but I decided to watch the newest one. This is a 2020 film. It does not come with a rating, but it runs an hour and 16 minutes. Not really, it's about an hour and 10 minutes. And it came out in April of last year. It stars Jacqueline Betham, Scout Taylor Compton, and Landry Albright. The description: Tamara Miller has planned a weekend lake getaway with her lifelong two best friends. When she gets kidnapped by a backwoods cult, eerie and unexplained occurrences arise. Will she make it? This has just about 1,000 grades on IMDb.com, which is pretty good for an unknown movie like this. But obviously, it's been able to be watched and everything, so don't agree with the grade. I'm kind of in awe at the grade, but this movie's called Getaway. Thank you everybody for watching this video. I was able to watch this last night, um, and I got to tell you, I was pretty much falling asleep to it. It was really boring, and I've been on one of my review apps, and I pretty much agree with everything everybody's saying about this. How it's boring, it's stupid, and I think the good question is, how does anybody like this? And so I was looking at some of the good reviews. I'm like, people are comparing this to certain movies, and they are trying to say that the story and the acting is above par, and I don't know where they're getting that or what they're watching, but I think mostly across the board, people are pretty much agreeing that this movie is awful. It's just a couple good reviews here and there that has to balance it out and make the grade online higher. I think the greatest comparison to this, because we had it last year, is that movie that just came out, Promising Young Woman. I think that's the greatest uh, comparison movie to this movie called Getaway because of what it is trying to do. Getaway doesn't make it as obvious. You have to kind of wait till the end to figure out what the heck's going on. But Promising Young Woman like advertised what they're trying to do. So I think that these movies are just awful because I didn't like Promising Young Woman because, and it's for the same reason I don't like Getaway, is because they're trying to do something, and they're trying to give you an image of, girls kicking butt or getting revenge or correcting society, and it doesn't do anything. The movie doesn't do anything. There's both movies. There's a lot of talking. There's no action, and so people expect some things when you say that you're gonna have these, edgy movies. That they're gonna be on the edge of your seat, watching, wondering what's gonna happen, and I appreciate a twist. I appreciate storyline. I appreciate depth, but I just don't get that with Getaway. And honestly, the acting is some of the worst I've ever seen. And I don't care what they're trying to do by the end. The ending, the beginning, is a half an hour of nothing. And then we finally get to it, and then the stuff isn't even that exciting. I mean, like, it's literally just these two guys that helped this one girl on the side of the road with her car running out of gas. All of a sudden, they're the bad guys, and they're not even that bad. Like, their agenda is kind of understandable. And the description happens to throw out a word, cult, and this movie is not a cult. So I don't know why they have to throw that in there. It's kind of false advertising with that. So obviously, I'm giving this movie a D if you haven't been able to tell by now. But I just don't get the point of these movies. I don't understand why people are trying to make. It's like they're trying to advertise that it's a psychological thriller, and I get that. I understand that people have to have a, patience and understanding and certain, taste for these kind of movies. But I don't mind movies that have a lot of talking and it's all based on story if it's going to survive or not. I mind a movie that's really, really boring and it's ridiculous at the beginning with no point, and by the end, we haven't got anything, and then at the end, they're like, oh, twist, and that changes the whole movie and it doesn't make any sense. That's, what's really wrong with Getaway and why I'm giving it a D, but I just want people to stop making movies like this because they're not exciting. They're horrible acting unless you're going to get some big names that actually know what they're doing. And I just am losing my taste for something called a thriller because thrillers are in a certain category and this is not one. So if people can lose that, I'd appreciate that also. A D for Getaway. Thanks a lot, guys. My name's Danny. If you like this or my other videos, try and give something to watch. Like and subscribe to my channel if you would. Enjoy movies. Hopefully I'll bring you a good one next time. Thanks.